Welcome to the Late2Chess podcast, reporting in live from the bedbug-infested Huntsville room.
Wow. Well,
Bonus plan. And Dr. Pop-Pop's here with friend.
yes, I am here, and I am here with my friendly Sammy the Sloth. It was a gift by our friend Ladybug. We're always trying to play slow and slow down while we're playing, play slow games, long games, and take our time. And on the dojo, when we check our time, you can be a rabbit or you can be a turtle. I think turtle's better, but we want to be a sloth. So she sent me this, Sammy the Sloth, to
Sammy.
remind me. So now I play chess. I don't think that's called cheating, with Sammy the Sloth right next to me. He's been a very, very big help. So I thought I would bring him on the podcast.
Guest
Maybe
host.
it'll help the podcast.
Guest host. Sammy the Sloth.
Sammy the Sloth.
Well, I think it's fine as long as it's two brains in one hand or something. I heard about a game that way, but whatever.
Something like that.
Something like that. So doctor, I'm being nasty and I have two podcast episodes and I'm not going to tell you what the subjects are until we get into them.
Okay.
All right.
I am ready.
All right. So these will be recorded back to back, so we don't know if they'll be released back to back, but that's okay. But doctor, you already know one of these, but you don't know the second one. The second one's evil and devious on my part, which you should expect by now.
I do.
The first one is a very long listener feedback with questions. And
Okay.
code name Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
And you must have sent a check. Oh, the sloth waves as well. You must have sent a check because the first sentence is, first off, I want to say that I love the podcast. So apparently the check is either arrived and been cashed and sees that it's good, or he has very low standards. He said he's been listening since the first episode, which is amazing. Also in the dojo and currently in the 6 to 700 cohort and can relate to some of what we were talking about. I think if he's in the 6 to 700 cohort, we're in the same one. So anyway, I have his username, which we will keep quiet. But he had some questions, and I wrote back to him real quick. But I thought it would be useful to go through the questions as an episode. So, question number one, Doctor, how
Yes.
did you choose the openings you play, and what about them you liked, and how much time do you spend working on them? So, what do you think? What are your openings, sir? Do you have openings?
I feel like this is a trap,
It is sort of.
and that
Don't worry, Jesse doesn't listen.
I feel like this will be on our next review. Um,
What happens in Huntsville stays in Huntsville, except for the bed bugs. Well, hopefully they stay in Huntsville. But
I've tried. I've tried different openings. I've played some openings that I didn't know were openings by
well, to
trying to play.
preface this, you've played a long time ago, so you knew some opening stuff from back then, and then you did some work before you joined the dojo, so you have some opening knowledge in your repertoire.
Yes. So I started with something that I thought was simple. It's the London opening, which a lot of people know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt that it was kind of closed, and I wanted to kind of not kind of I wanted to play a more open style.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing the Joe Bava London.
Ooh, you really went like,
Yeah,
wow, big change.
yeah, yeah. A D4, uh, and
This is with white.
with white. Then again with white, I saw the Rui Lopez, and that seemed pretty attacking, pretty open. So I just learned a few lines of it, nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been playing those as white, pretty regularly. So I get to know them and I'm trying to learn, a little more about them every week, every month.
Hmm.
I'm pretty much sticking with, the few lines that I know, but the reality is, and Jesse's right. I think I know why he says, don't worry about openings. So, you can memorize them, you can, or know them, know why you do them. But the minute your opponent does a move that you have no idea why they made that move or what that move is about, you know, your
All goes to
opening,
hell. You don't know
it all
nothing.
goes, yeah, you don't know nothing, unless you know like 25 lines of it, which, most of us at our level don't know that kind of. So for that, and then for black, you know, I played this, you know, I, this opening that you keep telling me is the French, but I didn't know that. I just knew it as Hammer's opening, GM Hammer. Um, and
MC
uh,
Hammer or GM Hammer? Which one?
GM
G-
Hammer. I wish
okay.
it was MC Hammer. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
We
I
got the
can.
pieces going back and forth across the board, though.
That's right. That's right. So yeah. So
Why is that bishop wearing baggy pants? I don't know.
I don't know. He's a loose guy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I play that and pretty much all the time because it's easy to develop it. But again, 4, 5, 6 moves into it, opponent plays something that you're like, huh? You're on your own, really,
Hmm.
and have to figure out how to develop and how to play defense and all the stuff that we've
Yeah.
been learning.
It's the wild wild west after 5 or 6 moves for sure.
It's funny at our level. I don't know when it changes, but then if you watch IMs, GMs, they make they follow the script for the most part.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they know what it is one thing, and then they remember it, which is the other thing. But
Right.
you need both of them to do that, right? Like, because if one guy gets off path or one girl gets off path, it's just you wing it from there, and then you play chess. So
Right, where, only a few have I seen be trying something that's really surprising,
yeah,
um, you know,
novelties they call it, right?
yeah, right, to their opponents. So, but yeah, so mainly I play those three,
Yeah.
or I think I play those three, but then I know, by move 10, 15 probably at the most, maybe 20, I'm on my own.
Yeah, I think you're on your own pretty early. So remember going back to dojo principles, developing moves, center control, king safety. Those are the things that define an opening. So my openings, remember I played when I was a kid. My openings when I was a kid was, well, I wanted to use my rooks. So my first move was either A4 or H4 because I could get my rook out. And apparently that's not it. So I started playing using dojo principles, and then as I played on Late2Chess, it would light up, you're playing the Scotch. And I'm like, okay. So then I learned, this is with white, I learned what the Scotch was, and then I learned like 4 or 5, maybe 6 moves, right? And if I play them, great. If I don't, I deviate from the Scotch immediately. Like if they leave the center open, I play one E4 and then I play one D4 and I take the center. So that's how I do it. And um, when I say I looked up the Scotch, I spent 15, maybe 30 minutes. That's it. That's all I did. Um, and I don't know much beyond that. Now, uh, with black, it was a different issue for me. I was getting crushed. Like I was winning. Remember, I was a lower rated player at the time. I was winning like 60 to 65% of my games with white, and I was winning like 30% of my games with black, but I was winning like 10% of my games with black if they played what I found out was a Sicilian, the C5 move. And I was just getting absolutely annihilated. Just, you know, if I saw that, I was like, okay, whatever my mind thought was good developing moves against that did not work. So a friend from the dojo said, hey, why are you doing what you're doing? I'm like, because I was struggling against C6. He replaced C6, and he showed me this really quick 5-step accelerated dragon. And I was like, no, that was with black. Yeah, accelerated dragon. Sorry. And he said, just do this, and this will get you to where you can play the middle game and you're not dead. And I'm like, okay, that's all I want because chess in the middle to me is the fun part. The opening is like, okay, this is necessary evil. Like, I wouldn't mind if you just kind of had some dice, and on the sides of the dice, it had different openings, and you rolled one of them was white and one of them was black, and it popped up one of the openings, and we just set the pieces up like you played that and I played this, and we just played from there. That would be great. That would be a wonderful game. I like that game. I might buy you some dice for Christmas.
Okay.
Get you a bad habit. And then with the other one with black, when I was playing against D4, because I have this guy that I play a lot, and he plays D4, it drives me batty. So so I was talking to a friend at the tournament I play in Allentown, and he's like writing a book on King's Indian defense, and I was like, oh, okay. And he showed me what it was, and he said you can play this against D4, and it's fine. So that's what I do. And when I say I play those openings, that means I play 5, 6, 7, no more than 10. And 10 is when you do exactly what I think you're going to do. But if you do anything else, I'm
Yeah.
just winging it from there on. And that's what I did. And I think part of it is that I don't have time to study an opening in depth. And I also won't get to use it. And I have so many other holes in my game. I don't study openings. I know a few, and I can get myself out of trouble or get myself from being in trouble. And that's what I do. So okay,
Yeah, I just try to,
I just want to play the middle
which
game.
these, which most of those, well, the two that I mentioned, well, the Joe Baba does it. I just try to get my knights and my bishops well placed because
Mm-hmm.
that's a big, when I came back to just big struggle.
Right.
So I'm trying. So now that's my main goal is get the knights out. Obviously the pawn, couple D4, E4 pawns, but the D and E pawns, but mainly get my knights out, get my bishops out, and castle,
Yeah.
and then I'm good.
I
I
like
can,
when you connect your rooks. Like if you get a game
yeah,
where you can connect your rooks, you're usually pretty solid.
yeah, and I like to do that too. So, and then yeah, then I'm, unless if it's anywhere at my rate or rating or level to below, then I'm in it. I'm
Yeah.
in it,
You might
and
not win, but you're not going to get blown off the board.
right, right.
Yeah. All right. Next question that came in was, what got you into the dojo program? I think we covered this a little bit, but let's do it real fast. What got you into the dojo, doctor? And do you regret it because you met crazy people like me?
No, no, I felt like I needed some structure and some guidance, and
Mm-hmm.
I looked at a whole bunch of stuff and thought, well, this is kind of cool to tell you what to do, how to go about it. There's GMs and IMs that are running the show, so they're no slouches.
Nope.
There's other people that are playing. Obviously but there are other adults. I felt like most of them were, and I think this is the case, are adult improvers that are. I mean, I bet the majority of dojo people are over 21.
I would think. I don't know.
I, I don't know, but
Yeah.
at least everybody when we, you
Everybody
know,
we've interacted with has been.
yeah, thank you. Everyone we interacted with is older, so and coming back to it in some form or fashion. So I like that, and I like Jesse. I
Yeah.
watched some videos, and I like the Jessies around my age and our age,
Yeah.
and he's fun.
He is.
Yeah.
Um, my I started. We covered this earlier, but I started at 400. I went up to like 6 something, and then I went down to like 3 something. And I said, apparently I'm not God's gift to chest. And then I started looking for places that would give me some guidance because I'm apparently what I'm doing is not working. And the big thing for me is the dojo gives me a training plan that I can follow, and I don't have to be tempted to the dark side and just go from like ooh shiny thing to ooh shiny thing to ooh shiny and never get anywhere. So that was really what got it for me. So I did a full survey of everything, and the dojo was the one that aligned with what I was doing. A couple of new ones came out since then that looked pretty cool, but I'm in the dojo, so it's working.
Right.
Not the past 2 weeks, but we know why.
Right.
Have you found using the engine to be helpful in analyzing your game?
I never use the engine
I
because
was going to
one,
say this is the quickest answer ever for you.
because I don't know how.
Yep,
And Bill has attempted to try to tell me how, but
multiple times. Yeah,
multiple times about the positive and the negative. And when he does it and he talks me through it, I'm like, oh, okay. But other than just after a game, press and analysis like on Lee Chess
yep,
to see, what I did wrong, what I did great, and all that kind of stuff.
yep.
And my opponent, I don't know how to use stockfish or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or if there are other ones, but so I don't use them, and I think I'm better off for it, to be quite honest, because I might uh, come to the realization I'm actually worse than I think I am.
Which is hard to imagine because you think you're terrible, but that's a different
Yeah,
story.
exactly. Right. That's right.
So yes, I can use the engine. Yes, I do use the engine, but I think the most important thing about using the engine is to go through it first without the engine, because
Right.
the engine will pollute what you thought.
Right.
So do it first without the engine, then use the engine. If you want to, we can have an engine usage episode coming soon. If you guys want one, late2chess@gmail.com. How much time do you spend watching chess content, YouTube, live stream, top level tournaments? Doctor?
YouTube content, almost zero, other than what you might send me, that I always look at, video that you send me, but I don't really follow anybody. The only thing I've been going through was, you got to remind me of the name that you sent me. He did a whole series.
Chess Pro? Or Daniel
Chess Bra,
Naroditsky?
no, Chess Bra, Chess Bra. I watched a bunch of those,
Yeah.
but otherwise I don't. Now, tournaments, yes.
Yep.
I love watching professional chess tournaments. I love the World Cup, especially because Jesse and a couple other senseis did the commentating,
Yep.
and that was great. And we could interact with them too, while it was going on. And then the most recent Tata Steel tournament, and was it the Netherlands? Is that where it was?
Think so.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Seemed like it was somewhere in Scandinavia.
yeah, in Netherlands, yeah. So yeah, that I love to watch. I love to watch the uh, the tournaments of the professionals. I have some favorite people I like to watch, and I enjoy it when it's the long games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we break some news? Should we break news?
What's the news?
Uh, Coming soon, the candidates. Doctor, who
Yes.
loves watching tournaments, and Bill, who has no time to watch tournaments. We're going to have our reviews. And our
Oh yeah.
reviews are not going to be great reviews. They're going to be reviews from our level.
Great.
So if you're coming to us expecting to figure out what Magnus's play was, not that he's in the candidates, but if you think we're going to criticize Hikaru because he didn't see something 18 moves down the road, no. But we will try to
No.
gather stuff from the games as best we can and try to learn stuff that may be appropriate for people at our level, or a little better or a little worse. So as far as watching stuff, I don't track it in the dojo. I watch a lot of YouTube. I also watch a lot of YouTube at like 2 and 3x. They came out with 3x. I'm so happy. Anyway, but I don't count that as hard work. That's to me is either chess culture or
Oh,
light
good.
learning. I only count that as, you know, socializing, not learning. Like if I don't have a notebook, a board, or a Lee chess study or something open when I'm taking notes on everything, that's just, fun. So I do watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch any live stream, and I don't do a lot of top level tournaments. This will be my first candidates where I'm playing and they're playing, so I may watch a little bit more. But I think I've bequeathed it onto Doctor. It seems to be his center, and I
Oh,
will be the Joe Baba of the game, and you will be the wise sensei. I don't know. Why
yeah.
do I think
I
Joe
would,
Joe Baba is a guy from Philly? But that's a different story.
It's Joe Baba. Yeah, that's right. That's awesome.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. And if you guys want to hear that, late2chess at gmail.com. If you don't want to hear it, late2chess at gmail.com. Let us know. Could be fun. I think it'll be good. Okay. So, last one from Codename Ryan. How do you balance playing games online versus training and studying and when not going to an OTB event? Doctor.
I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone. Uh, that not just for me, but for I think for a lot of adult improvers. I love training more than I do the pressure of playing, um,
Mm-hmm.
particularly online. But I do play online and I play tournaments. But the funny part is, because I'm old, so I play a lot of 30-0, 30-10 games. And on chess.com, they have a tournament, I don't know, every 4 hours for under 1200 for a 30-0. And I play two games and then I just, get out of the tournament. I'm not interested in winning the tournament.
I love the game.
Or, I just want to play a couple games, two long games if I can. It's late at night, so I can only do a couple, but it's late at night, so it's a time when I can do that. All my work and family responsibilities are, for the most part, completed. So I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that. I play OTB whenever I can, whenever it comes around, which where I live, we don't have I don't have a club or anything. So it's basically when there's a tournament
Yeah.
of some sort on a Saturday. And I have a job that I work the weekend, so I can't just go to, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday tournament all the time.
But
But there are a lot.
we have some plans.
Yes, we have some plans that, that I'm planning ahead, so I'll be off for those. But we do have, I guess we call them Grand Prix here, tournaments, and they're Saturday events that sprinkled throughout the year. So I'm going to play those.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so I'm going to play those. They're all over the state where in which I live.
Right.
So basically, training's the most what I do most. I'd say it's 50% training, 30% playing online, 20% OTB.
Okay. All right.
For now, my hope is when I retire, because I am an older adult improver in a few years, that what I will do, then I won't have to worry about weekends, and that I will go all over, and I'm going to make Bill come with me,
No
go all
problem.
over the states and play weekend tournaments,
Yeah.
preferably senior events, but I'll play whatever.
Yeah. So, as a surprise to no one, especially to the doctor, I'm not great at balance. I know. I know.
But you're
Yeah.
trying. But you're trying.
Honestly, I'm not even trying. So, right now, I don't play enough. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to play a little bit more. I'd like to get up to where it's like 25% play, 25% annotation, which I get a lot out, 25% study, and then 25% to work on weaknesses or errors or things that I know I suck at. Unfortunately, I could probably spend 100% of my time just working on things that I'm bad at because there's so many, but
Me
that's a
too.
different story. Um, right now, I have never played anything online shorter than a 15-10. Ever, ever, never, never. Because the last thing I need is to go faster. Um,
Yeah.
So I play online when I can. I don't play enough. And if I could play like 5 to 7 online games per week, and remember, I'm not talking 1 minute bullet or any blitz games. I'm 15-10 or longer. That would be about ideal because that includes, the 60-30 games that I play and everything. Um, I think as far as online versus OTB, I would guess that the effectiveness for me is at least 2x or more in favor of OTB, both for focus and for what I get out of the game. So if you said, "Hey, do you want to play some online tournament or do you want to go play an OTB tournament?" I am getting in the car, which is not very hard for me to do, as you know. So that's it. So that's kind of the summary of what I would say for Codename Ryan. And I just think he also had some. Uh, he requested, and I have no idea how to do this. So if you know how to do this, late2chess at gmail.com. He wanted us to set up a Discord channel, maybe within the dojo. I don't know that Jesse's going to want to be associated with our slackers level, but maybe we'll set up a Discord channel if you guys want one. If you want one, write in. If you know how to do one, please write in. Could be fun, and I think a Discord channel would be kind of fun because we could set up some listener tournaments. They would be longer games and would maybe round robin or something. Last thing that came in on a reply to a reply to a reply to a reply was, do you guys use anything like an e-board like Chess Up or Chestnut? Uh, do you do anything like that, Doctor?
No, but I'd like to.
Okay.
I've looked into it. You told me about
Yeah, I have one.
one, and right, and so I'm looking. I've looked at that one, Chess Up, and then there was another one.
Chestnut or Chess Up are the two that I'm aware of.
But there's another one though, and
There's a bunch. There's one that like there's a little robot that moves the pieces. That's crazy.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. That I definitely I thought that was pretty nifty, and
It's
I
got
know
too
that
many
I.
zeros for me, man.
And that's the problem. I mean, a lot of these are expensive, but I know that I played against people that could. They told me that
Yeah,
they're going to use their board or whatever their e-board. I
yeah,
think is yeah,
yeah.
and so yeah, so yeah. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool. You can do a lot of practice with it with these
Hmm.
things. I think that's really a cool thing where you can play not only play against other people, but you can play against different levels, I guess, and
Yeah,
that'd be
computer.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, computers kind of like I found I showed this to Bill. I found my old Excalibur
Oh,
computer chess so where you can it has different levels that you can play. Nothing like what we're talking about, but it was I forgot that wow, this the chess computer's been around for a while actually.
yeah. Only they were terrible back then.
Yeah, I know, right? 'Cause I literally I won, so I was like, oh, okay, this is easy.
Yeah, you're not there. So
No,
I like it for playing against the computer. They have a tailorable computer opponent that plays human-like. I think the one that I have is the program in the background is called Maya. And it's also nice to be able to play online but use real pieces. So you get used to moving pieces and playing properly and it's a little bit longer. Like I wouldn't recommend playing bullet because you got to move both sides, remember? Um,
oh
so
yeah,
so
unless you get that,
the
unless you get the
fancy ones
one
that
where the
move the pieces, yeah, but they still
yeah,
move slowly, so you probably still wouldn't want to play bullet. So
yeah,
good to get practice. Definitely a good tool. A little pricey.
yeah,
However, when your beautiful bride buys you one for Father's Day, you say thank you. So, all right,
right,
Codename
right.
Ryan. I hope that answered your questions, Doctor. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Codename Ryan. Good questions.
That's right. If you have questions, late2chess at gmail.com, and the two is the number because we're cool like that.
Right.
Doctor, can't wait to surprise you with the next one.
Okay.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Coming soon.
Late to chess.com.
Dun 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 dun. Thanks, Doctor. Bye.